What is up, YouTube? Hope you're having a really nice day today, wherever you are in this world. My name is Ben, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a strategy for niche research for finding good low content book niches. Now, this strategy is free, so you don't need any paid software to do it, and it's an easy one to follow. And I've been using it now for at least the past 6 months, and it's been giving me some decent results in my publishing business. So I thought I'd share it with you guys. Now, if you got any value from this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button for me. And if you like videos on self-publishing and everything to do with it, then I'd encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I bring out videos like this on self-publishing. And of course, if you're new to KDP and you want to get started with publishing, or you're already on KDP but you're not making the sales that you want, I encourage you to check out my free tutorial here on YouTube about how to get started with low content publishing. It's linked in the top right hand side if you're watching from desktop. But otherwise, guys, without further ado, let's get started with this strategy. So all we're going to do now is just head over to the Amazon marketplace. We're going to head over to Amazon.com for the purposes of this video, but it works in any marketplace. So you can do it in Canada, you can do it in UK. The premise is going to be the same. Now, you're just going to go ahead and type in like any type of low content book. If you can't think of anything off the top of the head, so you can just Google it, types of low content book. And then I found this website here which has got a nice list of different types of low content books, and we're just going to choose coloring books here for an example. So I just copy that and paste that in the search bar here, and we're not just going to search that, we're going to go now to our word lists, and we're not even going to click on them, we're just going to take the general categories. So for example, animals. So let's go ahead and pick animals and then type it in up here, animals coloring books. After we type in animals coloring books, we're going to get a search result that looks something like this. Now, maybe slightly different for you, but the basic premise is the same. We're going to get the best selling and people who are advertising their books all at the top. So right off the bat, you can see a very good animals coloring book here, ranked 7,000 and over 1,000 reviews. As we scroll down, we're going to see more of those as well. There's 3 of them here that all have over 1,000 reviews and a really low rank, which is great. And as you keep scrolling down, you can see more and more books are doing well. 27,000, 10,000. This one's got over 1,000 reviews again, and that one as well. So we know that there are a lot of good selling books in this niche, but that's not enough to convince me to go ahead, use my resources to publish a book in this niche, because we want to know how much competition there is. And just by looking at this niche, as you scroll down, you can tell that there's going to be a lot of competition. So the premise of this niche research strategy is to see if anyone's published in this niche, say within the last 30 days or the last month, and if they've had any success with it. And to see if anyone's had any success publishing a book in this niche within the last month, all we're going to do is go to the side here on this tab. So there's like this sidebar here, and you can filter the search results by quite a lot of things. But we're going to scroll down to new releases, which is here, and we're just going to select on last 30 days. Now this now is going to show a search result where all the books were published in the last 30 days. And as you can see at the top right hand side, there's still over 10,000 results for animal coloring books within the last 30 days. So we know that there is a lot of competition for this keyword. But it doesn't stop there. What we want to actually do further is to sort this search result by the most reviews. So we can see books published in the last 30 days and with the most reviews. Because that tells us, if a book has 10 reviews and is published 30 days ago, then it must be selling quite a lot to already have attained that many reviews. So that's what we want to do. We want to filter it, sort it to the most reviews. The sort is in the top right hand side of the screen. And though you'll get some random books like Human Anatomy for Kids that is ranked for animals coloring books, so we're just going to skip past those and try and find a blatantly animal coloring book thing. So this one, for example, Animal Savannah coloring book, although the rank's not too good for it, so we're going to skip past that one and keep going down. So here's one, Animal Kingdom coloring book, published May 18th 2021, so that was just less than a month ago at the date of this video. and it's got a rank of 109,000, so it'll be selling 2 or 3 times a day. So what we'll do is we're going to click on it, and if this was me, I would look at the book. I would get some inspiration from, you know, the design aspects of the cover, the title, and the keywords they've used in the title, and just look at the general listing here for anything that might give us an indication as to why this book has done well. I mean, if you look at the reviews, for example, they're sitting at 3.8 stars, and to have a rank of 100,000 for 3.8 stars, that must mean that they're doing something right, and they've got a certain keyword that not a lot of other people have chosen. So if we look at the title, for example, there's nothing that kind of really stands out. Animal Kingdom coloring book. It's an adult coloring book, so they've niched it down a bit, but adult's still a fairly broad niche, an adult coloring book. Featuring fun and relaxing animals designs. Now they've included individual animals in the title as well, so that may potentially help with the ranking of this book. We've used a very, very common, you know, design element for coloring books. They've got very bright colors on the front, which you see with a lot of coloring books, and white text Animal Kingdom coloring books. So this is kind of an industry standard design. They haven't gone, you know, trying and reinvent the wheel. They've gone straight for the industry standard for coloring books, and they've done well with it. So these are some of the takeaways that I'd do by looking at this book, because remember, this book has done very well. It was published less than a month ago, and it's already selling 2 or 3 times a day. So we're just going to make a mental note of all this. So we're going to keep on going and looking for other coloring books that we can do. And one thing you will notice as well, that even if you type in animal coloring books, you're going to find other niches pop up in the searches. So here is another good example of it, the tattoo coloring books for adults. So they've ranked for animal coloring books for whatever reason, but if you look at the ranking here, 36,000, and they've got 6 reviews. So we can just head over there. You can see that they published a book 3 weeks ago, and they're already doing really good numbers with it. This book will be selling, you know, nearer 7-8 times a day with a rank of 33,000, and they've already got 6 ratings, having just published their book 3 weeks ago. So it must be a fairly good niche, and we can go ahead and check it for the purposes of this video. So if I type in tattoo coloring book, for example, and we do the same filter, last 30 days, and sort by most reviews, all of a sudden it becomes a lot more attractive, because if you look at the search results here now, there's only 554 books published within the last 30 days. But if you have a look at the books that were published in this niche, some of them are doing very, very well. Look at this one, 795, 14 reviews, and they've got a rank of 47,000 for a tattoo coloring book published 2 weeks ago at the time of making this video. So if you're keeping a mental note, a tattoo coloring book is definitely more attractive for me to publish than an animal coloring book, because not only was there less search results for tattoo coloring book, you know, the sales here are crazy. This one's got 14 reviews already, whereas the best animal coloring book published in the last 30 days had 8. So that was something that's already brought to my attention. So that's what we're doing here in a nutshell. Effectively, we're just looking at the competition within a given keyword. So this tattoo coloring book has 554 results, for example, and we're just looking at the relative success of the books, you know, that were published within the last 30 days. So there's more books as a percentage that are successful in the tattoo coloring book niche compared to the animal coloring book niche. So I would be keeping mental notes, you know, of all the niches that I come across, and the ones that are the most promising, I will go ahead and publish in. Obviously, if you're not good with the memory, for example, you can just go ahead and make an Excel, type in all the keywords, all the niches that you find, and put the competition against it, and the ones that look most promising, you just go ahead and publish in. So if we just scroll down this tattoo coloring book, just go ahead and look at the BSRs as we scroll down. There are so many with 5 and 6 figure BSRs that are doing very, very well. Look, 52,000 there, 47,000 I saw, 105,000. So, you know, you've got a greater chance of getting a successful book if you publish in tattoo coloring book than animal coloring book. And it works for pretty much anything. It doesn't need to be a coloring book. So, for example, if I do animal word search, as a, so once you search the search term, you're again going to filter by new releases to the last 30 days, and you're going to sort by most reviews. Now, there is a stark difference with this one. At first glance, it looks good because there's only 312 results. That's less than the tattoo coloring books, 554. So there's less competition in this niche, but it looks like there's also a lot less demands. The top book here has 2 ratings, and it's not even a word search book. It's an activity book, and it's a Christmas related one as well. Now, the next 2 here aren't even word searches specifically. This one is, but I don't really know what sub niche they're targeting there. That's nothing to do with animals by the looks of it. If you keep scrolling down, there are starting animal themed things here, but they're not doing anywhere near as well as the tattoo coloring books. So this niche, although it has less competition, has a lot less demand by the looks of things as well. So this, in my mind, would be something that I definitely wouldn't take the time to publish in, because there really isn't that much demand there, and the ratings are nowhere near as good as the tattoo coloring books. So if you're making the Excel chart, that should go below tattoo coloring book, and so on and so forth. You can go through that word list, and find your own niches that way. So you can go back to the top and type in astronomy, which will probably be the next nicest topic for you to type in, or you can just keep scrolling down and you can click on books, if they come up from different niches. Like, I remember I typed in animal coloring book and a tattoo coloring book showed up. So that's another nice way, to find the niches. So there's 2 ways in one basically in this video. So we looked at 3 different niches today: animal coloring book, tattoo coloring book, and animal word search book. And in my opinion, the best one by far was a tattoo coloring book, just because the results were a lot lower than the animal coloring book, and there was a higher proportion of people doing very well with tattoo coloring books within the past month compared to animal coloring books and animal word search. Now, when you're doing this, you can either keep mental notes, you can write them down in an Excel, but I recommend you go through at least 10 niches this way and just, get like a mental idea of how each niche is performing, and that way you can compare them and, make an informed decision as to which one you're going to publish in based on how many books are doing well within the past 30 days. So that's this niche research strategy in a nutshell. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Hopefully you can find some nice niches to publish in and brings more success to your publishing business. If you did like this video, really appreciate it again if you smash that like button, subscribe for more videos like this. But yeah, otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care and have a great day.